Have at it. One from Megan, but it's Steve. How soon can you tell if you have a pup that will be a great service dog? Well, I guess that's for you.
Live now?
We're live.
We're live, we're on.
We're on.
Assuming everybody can hear me.
We'll probably speak up a little bit, but yes, they should be able to hear you. They'll let you know if they can.
We pretty much go on the pretense that they're all going to be service dogs for a while, until we get an indication that they're not for some specific reason, whether it be a health reason. But to start out, we go on the basis that they're all going to be service dogs, unless they're set for breeding already, which Carlene will tell us beforehand.
So we take the best ones out for breeding,
Yes.
which people have a hard time realizing, but you take your best ones for breeding, otherwise you're going downhill. And after that, it's whatever happens.
The way it goes.
Stuff happens.
Things that are out of our control, but we have to go on the assumption that they're all going to be, even the ones that are for breeding or that are not going to make it, get some level of training before we even get to that point. So they all get trained one way or the other. It's just a matter of what.
And we don't wipe them out. If they do something, if they have some weird thing, we try and fix it.
Right, fix it. And
Right.
and we also know what each dog is different, so we know when it comes time to starting to select applicants and look at who's for who. We know what we have, and that's why it's important for us to know who the applicants are and what they're all about, so that we can match the right dog with the right person. Which kind of goes along with having a very short dog for a very tall person isn't such a great idea.
But a very tall dog for a very short person has been wonderful.
A little bit easier that way.
Why don't you show me the mail while we're sitting here talking? No, just the paper mail underneath that. The middle stuff. There we go. I can see that while you're. Okay.
Let me look at what we got here. Story about how Steve was teamed with Charlie. I knew that was coming out. Let me back up here. Let me make sure I got them all.
Well, they keep coming, so you just.
Okay, well I know for a fact, as I watched last night, that Megan covered how can you control unnecessary barking, so. I know Megan covered that last night.
She thinks she did, I don't know. But anyway.
And they want me to talk louder, so I'll talk louder. What is your favorite activity in training the dogs and puppies? My favorite is when they get to the point that you can put your thumbs up and go, yeah, because the dog finally gets it. And they've figured it out on their own, and all you've done is guide them to making sure they know what they're doing. So the favorite part for me is when they start to really progress and show really good work ethics. And once they get it, they seem to stick with it for most of the part. And then you just keep progressing. Once you start progressing a little bit, you progress a lot. And that's really the goal. It makes it so much easier.
Isn't that just learning to learn?
Yes.
Once they learn to learn, you got it made.
Yeah. Get over that first hurdle, things move pretty quickly.
Yeah.
How Steve was teamed up with Charlie. I don't know how I was teamed up with Charlie, but I sure am grateful I was.
Right.
That was probably Carlene and Megan finding the right dog with the right person. Keeping in mind, when I got Charlie, I was barely walking. So.
Or talking.
Or talking much, yes.
No.
It took me the first 2 years of being with Charlie to relearn how to walk and to get myself to where I'm at now. Although my wife will tell you, I am not allowed to leave the house by myself without Charlie. Going with an adult human is fine, but not to go out by myself without Charlie. Where did I learn to work with dogs? I've worked with military dogs, I've worked with police dogs, I've done some training with, I call them civilian dogs, obedience, misbehaving dogs, and then working with Carlene and Megan with service dogs. Carlene said something very, very good the other day. It's as many years as I've been working with dogs, it's been a true fact. You can't teach trainers. They either get it or they really don't get it. And you can really see very quickly if they don't get it. You kind of have to, I always say, be one with the dog. You either understand dogs or you really don't understand dogs enough to be trained. So it's kind of one of those deals that you look at a dog, you watch a dog, you evaluate a dog, and you want the dog to learn, and you just figure out how that's going to happen. And one thing I always go back to is, what would the mother dog do if the mother dog was going to teach this little puppy how to do something? I try to not to forget that.
Yeah. You also have to keep in mind that you can't have in your head too strong at what you want the dog to do without taking into consideration how the dog feels about that. Because I think some trainers make the big mistake about, I want that dog to sit. Crunch. You know, no. Please, let's do it, you know. Once they get the idea, once they learn to learn, then you're all set. I get that from that movie, Miracle Worker, with Patty Duke, where Helen Keller is born blind and deaf and can't communicate at all, and finally, halfway through the movie, she learns that the fingers moving mean the word water, and once she learns that water, she's off and flying, because she's a very bright woman. And it's kind of that way with dogs. I suggest anybody training a dog watch that movie.
I'm going to read this next question, but I have to tell you, I am the one trainer that doesn't know all their names yet. But I will tell you who eats fast, who barks more, who's a little more aggressive than the other ones, who runs around more. So I pay attention to a lot of the things that remind me of that dog, and then the names kind of fall into place. So for people who are asking me about specific puppies, with all the puppies we got right now, I probably don't know them all. Steve, simply in your opinion, put the pokies, Opal's litter, who is the smartest thinker and who is the mischief maker? As to thinker, since I only see stuff on camera, Wrinkle seems to be, she is the one that figured out the jailbreak in the kitchen and did so twice in one day. I can also tell you Wrinkle broke out of the barn too. Not out of the barn, but out of her little pen in the barn and got down the alleyway. So she is a jailbreaker. As far as the smartest and the mischief and all that, I don't have an answer to that.
I've heard, I don't know if she's in this crowd or not, but the puppy they thought was deaf, somebody has told me is brilliant. Whoever that is.
Yeah.
Who was the one?
Neko?
Neko. Yep.
Oh yeah, Neko's, yeah. I can sum up that if I know their name already, it's probably because of a reason. Like Neko, what's the other one, Addie?
Yeah, Addie.
Washer, Tumbler. Those have all given me a reason to know their names. Did you take any pups out in public today? Yes, we did. We try to get as many as we can out, along with pushing the older dogs at the same time. Where the older dogs are getting a little more time out because we're extending their focus and their ability to be out in public more often, where the puppies don't go out as long of a time period because their attention span is a lot lower right now. and they're working a lot more to get over that first hurdle of wanting to learn how to do things. Where the older dogs already know they're learning, and we're really kind of pushing them to go further time frames and lengths to make them better service dogs.
Plus the fact you've got the car ride.
Yes.
The young puppies haven't been in a car that much, so that's, if you don't do any more than ride around the car for a few minutes, that's a big plus right there.
We're gaining right there. Where the older dogs, to them, a car ride's a breeze.
Yeah.
Does Charlie help train future service dogs? No, because if Charlie could train service dogs, Carlene wouldn't need Megan and me. So Charlie does not train dogs. He does train me, however.
I don't know whether one dog can train another that much. Do you?
No, I don't.
I think
They make, like Riot's a good example of kind of like guides dogs here and there, and kind of
shuffle
corrals
around.
a little bit and does that. But as far as actual training, no, I don't believe. I've never seen it.
I haven't seen it. No, the only thing I've seen is sometimes if you have a very nervous dog, if you take out a dog with him that's got a lot of confidence, you may get a little wash,
Yes.
wash there. But like I've often taken a dog out with Bentley because he doesn't care about anything.
Right. And Bentley would stay with the other little dogs that you have, and the little dogs would tend to stick with Bentley because they're tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't hurt, but as far as, a dog training another dog,
No.
have you worked with Voodoo? Voodoo made it back to general population today, and Voodoo went out for a ride with me to the store, and for, being in another area for a few weeks because she was in heat, she did very good today. I was very, very impressed.
I hope.
Voodoo's one of those dogs, that's a good example of, you have to understand Voodoo and how Voodoo works, because Voodoo kind of works a little bit differently than some of the other dogs do. It's just a matter of slowing, in my opinion, a matter of slowing down a little bit, letting her build her confidence on her own decision making, and letting her go with it instead of trying to force her into something or make her do something. If you got to get from A to B and she wanders off a little bit right now, a little sideways, and still gets there, that's progress for Voodoo. Let's not concentrate so much on direct line.
Micromanaging.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't, and that can be a problem. And not every dog is like Voodoo, but Voodoo's one of those dogs that let her build her confidence in making her decisions, and then eventually she'll just do it right because she wants to do it right. Okay, I'll answer the question about barking because it brought up again. Megan did cover it yesterday. I will repeat it for you. A dog that is going to continuously bark is going to continuously bark.
Go ahead.
There are ways to, let me put it to you this way. I have worked with military dogs, police dogs that had a huge barking problem. We did slow the barking down, but never stop the barking. And the methods that they use probably are not acceptable for all dogs. And by that I mean electronic collars.
Electric collar. The electric collar used properly. I mean, are you going to let a dog get run over by a car because he likes to chase cars? Are you going to zap him once and say, don't do
there
that?
There are times and purposes for electrical collars.
Right.
There are also right and wrong barks, as far as I'm concerned. A alert bark is acceptable bark if it's not a continuous, out of control bark. An aggression bark is not acceptable. So, example being, If somebody comes to my house, Charlie will bark once, twice, 3 times until I say, Charlie, it's okay. But he doesn't, you know, somebody comes in my house, he just doesn't go up and start barking at people. That's unacceptable. It doesn't happen that way. So I always say there's 2 different barks here, aggression and alert. And alert barking is acceptable if it's just that short time period of alerting you that something is wrong. Charlie will actually alert bark if I fall down. He will bark a couple of times before he comes over and lays down next to me. I never taught him that. I don't know if anybody's ever taught him that, but he does do that.
There's a third bark. I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored.
Yes.
That drives me crazy. That's where
Can you name who I would say has that bark?
Who?
Chaos.
Well, she has it at supper time.
Chaos will sometimes give you that I'm bored bark.
Yeah, especially if it's supper. I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
Well, I kind of call that an alert thing, because they're alerting you to do something, or something's wrong, or something's going on here.
They're not happy.
Right, they're not happy.
I'll go along with that one.
It's the aggression bark that you have to keep on top of. Can you tell who is going to be tall? I assume you mean by, the question was, can you tell who is going to be tall? I assume you mean the dogs. We get an indication as they grow by how fast they're growing, how their legs look, how their front looks, their length. I can usually look at them and say, this is going to be a tall dog. But nothing is for sure. That's for sure.
What was it, Grommet? That Katie has?
Sarge.
No,
Grommet,
the stud.
Linda has.
Who's the stud that Katie
Grommet.
has? Grommet?
Grommet's
He's
the
short.
stud. Yes.
Where'd he come from? He's in the same litter with these monsters, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he's, you know.
Yeah, there's no sure way until they start getting to that maturity level. At what age do you start training the puppies, and when do you feel they are ready? This is probably the one question that I get the most. It doesn't matter if I'm out having supper and meet somebody, or working, or talking to volunteers. And my answer has always been, within just a few weeks, they're training, they just don't know it yet. And when they're ready is when they're ready. When we feel that they've accomplished all the goals, passed all the tests, and the trainers, to include Carlene, come to a conclusion that this dog is ready to match up with an applicant. There's no set time on training. It'll never be exactly 1 year. It will never be 18 months or whatever. Every dog is a little bit different. Every dog trains a little bit different. But they all start very, very young, within weeks, whether they know it or not, or whether the people that are working with them know it or not. Just feeding dogs is training dogs, in a manner of speaking.
Mm-hmm. Every time you handle an animal, you're training
right.
it. Or a kid.
Yep. That's why we get a little bit edgy when things go wrong, when people handle dogs wrong or do things wrong when they're very little puppies, because things tend to stick with puppies for a while. So handling puppies is a very important thing.
We have rules.
Right. We have rules, and the rules are there because there's reasons for those rules. It takes longer, Carlene and I have had this conversation, it takes longer for us to fix a problem than to do it correctly the first time. We train them right to begin with, it takes less time to train them. If we have to correct mistakes, especially silly mistakes, it takes us longer to move a dog along.
I've often said that Great Danes are born trained. It's just as long as you don't wreck them. There's an awful lot of just plain steering them in the right direction. And they get it.
Okay, let's see, we've got 3 more on here we can do real quick here.
You got 504, so you.
Yeah, all right.
What decided to work for dogs?
What made you decide to work with dogs? Well, I've been working with dogs for quite a while, so it's kind of like one of those things when you have a profession, you kind of stick with it. So, fortunately, my military career and my police career both had dogs involved in them, so it kind of flowed the same way. You kind of do what you're comfortable with. And this is a very rewarding job. If you ever, any trainer that you'll ever speak to will tell you that there's nothing more rewarding than to have a dog that you've worked with and put a lot of time in, a lot of effort into, and it works out in the end, and it, especially a service dog that helps people. It's very rewarding, and it only takes one good thank you, or to see, in my case, a veteran look at you and give you a hug and say thank you, to realize that the last year and a half that you spent with a dog really is very effective and rewarding.
Plus the dogs are happy.
Yeah.
That's the one that gets me. The dogs love it.
Okay, so by now we've been doing this how long with trainers? A week?
No.
Almost a week?
You're
Well, we
the
had a
third
power
one.
outage. Oh, okay, yeah, we had the power. So
Katie,
just
Megan,
for
and you.
future record, I am here Tuesdays and Thursdays. Katie is here Mondays and Saturdays.
I don't know.
And Megan is here the other 2 days. So
I don't know.
next time I would love to see some questions for me that involve the veteran side of it, working with the veterans.
Oh,
Without giving out information about the veterans themselves, but I can give you some stories, some related information about how the veterans, how we kind of work with the veterans, and how we kind of link up with the veterans and the dogs with the veterans. Thank you very much, and I will see everybody Tuesday.
Right, and now they have me.
Now they have you.
Right. In my various bits of disarray. She's not up to getting the basket yet, so we'll leave her there. She already made me give her the can of food for the basket deal, but... Where's Steve? Where's my...
I'm going to send your other Steve in.
Other Steve? Steve 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Is there reason to down?
Huh?
Is there reason to
Yeah, because you get 1,000% more heat out of it. And as long as we're here, we can leave it. Like, you can just take it down, actually.
Yeah.
When it starts a fire, we'll just put it out. Yeah, you get an awful lot more heat out without it, but you can't, because it does spit flames, so while you're sitting there,
I'll pay them.
you see them, you hear them. What happened to Steve? What? Let's see what we got for her. Thank you, Steve, that was great. Steve is good at this. He didn't come this together. He didn't used to talk to anybody. I have not seen him. Do you correct puppies play? Like in number 10, Merle is really mounting the other pup. How important is it? That the mounting deal is that's just a dominant thing. That's just ridiculous. But the part that we correct is when they get a hold of the other dog and shake their head. Get a hold of the skin of their neck and shake it like they're trying to kill them. That's a little excessive, and I don't approve of that. And I do what the mothers do: is I take a hold of the back of their neck and I put them down on the floor quick and then let go. And generally they sit back and say, "Oh, what happened?" Steve. Meat Cutter Steve is not known for punctuality. You want to sit down and start this when he gets around to doing this?
It's not earlier. Where he went.
Huh?
You just said it's not earlier.
I know. He does that. He loses track of time. More than a lot of other people I know. Ah, okay. So we'll start with one envelope. This is from Chase Online Bill Payment. From Margaret and Margaret Banner, Richardson, Texas. Thank you. That's a. She didn't say it was for anything special. Put it in the banking department. There's the banking department. Okay. That's an envelope that doesn't have a name on it, so there you are.
Oh.
Margaret Banner. Okay. And here we have Jan from Mishawashkapa. That name I can't pronounce. Woke up, oh dear. Woke up to lake effect snow. Couldn't see 2 feet in front of my face. 4 hours later, it stopped and cruised around plowing. At least 5 inches on the ground. Me and my wheelchair should be able to get to the mailbox. Looks like winter has arrived. Can't thank you all enough for keeping up the good work. Love watching everything on the various cameras. That's from Jan. Very nice, Jan. Thank you very much. And she always gives us a colored envelope, which we sometimes need. There you go. And we have $1 for the dollaring up. And we have, the future isn't what it used to be. Yep. Patience comes to those who wait. Well, there he is. He waited. Wow. Big box. Oopsie.
Okay, it's on my laptop.
It's only your laptop. Never wear your best
You
pants
stay there. You stay there.
when you fight for freedom. Huh. Okay, I don't understand that one. Original poo pickers in Bulgarian. Oh my God. Oh Lord. She's printed it out here. In the characters.
Is that right?
Whatever. Okay. We're on it. We started without you. We tried very hard to wait.
I'm sorry. No, there's things
I don't
to
think
do.
you are sorry enough.
How about this? I'm really sorry.
Oh, that's better.
Okay, I think.
That's much better.
All right.
Here we go. Wanda. Okay. They see things that are fitting. Mm-hmm. Fitting and oh no, it's another fitting. And crunchy pecans. Remax. And a piece of a calendar. Mailer. Okay. On we going. Okay.
Oh no, good.
Oh my. Oh. Okay.
Chewy desk.
Just to sort out the colossal mix-up with the orders on the website just before Christmas. I want to consolidate the problem. I ordered 3 holiday books and received 1. I received my bill for the credit card company, cleared it out for 3, also enclosed. Resolve this. If CSB still has books, send me 2. Please. So at Miss Christmas, I can still send them out. People can't understand why I natter on about the days. If not getting more signed, consider the other money a donation. We must have a book or 2 still around here.
I'll look out back and bit and stuff.
Oh, I've seen them. I've got a couple on my desk. What began to happen is we just began to, people complained that we just sent them out the book and then 3 days later they say they got it and then all of a sudden we didn't have enough books. We must have some more books around. There are some We'll
There
come up
must
with
be.
some more.
There must be.
Teresa's gonna have to solve that one.
We'll dig them up.
It was very popular. We ought to get another couple hundred printed, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Didn't hurt.
Janine's department. Okay, here we go. Oh my word. Okay. There'll be a slight delay here. While I get out my magnifying glass.
Uh-oh. The alien
Hi,
ship has
Carly.
arrived.
This is just a short story about Christmas calendars. My daughter, here we go. My daughter ordered 2 for $1 for each of us. Not receiving them, she notified Service Dog Project. Meantime, 2 more arrived. On Christmas, my granddaughter and spouse gave me another calendar plus the puppy breath. I now have 5 calendars. I wonder if she's got too many books. We get them to send her the other one.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Look, wait a minute. Now here we go. I now have 5 calendars throughout my house, and they make me smile wherever I am. I'm enclosing a $50 check for the extra 2. And every day, this mother of 6 and grandmother of 5 thanks you. Maybe someday I'll get to visit Crazy Acres. I'm also a loving mother to an almost 10-year-old Dane named Hamlet. That's from Janet Sullivan. Well, thank you, Janet. And we just don't sweat the small stuff. We keep sending stuff out and things. We'll get there right eventually. Okay. Yes, you see, you put up the screen, you hardly get any heat out of it.
I'm getting cooked over here.
Yeah, right. That's not too bad.
We'll let some of the heat go.
Better than freezing. Okay. Here we have. This is for Teresa. This is for me. That's the one that I sliced in half. So we have a small. Okay, please give Teresa the letter mark for her money for 2 calendars I did not order but was thrilled to have on hand. My vet now has a calendar hanging in her entrance. $20 is for whatever you do. Had a wonderful time at Southern Stew. The weather was perfect that day. On my way home, I thought how I wished you could have attended. The dames were such a delight, and meeting Katie was a thrill. When I am with my granddaughters, they always want to check on my puppies, as they call them. They really like the condo view, seeing the big doggies up close. Many thanks for all you do at Crazy Acres. Proud to be a supporter. Blessings to you, the staff, and the volunteers. Sally Salkins from Georgia. From Georgia. Okay, Sally. Thank you. This is supposed to go to Teresa. And this goes in the fun fund.
I noticed something else tonight, too.
What?
Olivia has cute sneezes, so maybe people could doll her up for her sneezes.
Okay.
Like with Laura.
Okay. Okay.
The medical sheet for Gretchen.
What are we doing?
The medical page for Gretchen.
Oh, I don't have anything about it.
That's the one that I fixed.
Okay, this has to go to Teresa. And we'll put it in with that one. And in the envelope. And it is from Sally, Royalston, Georgia. Got it? Oh, Steve was good as trainer. Uh-oh. I did something wrong. Well, these phones are about to give out. Service Dog Project. Oh my. It's not a sales call. It's a consumer alert.
Oh, good.
People are breaking into
I think
houses.
we should just like not answer the phone during wheel call and just let it go to messages.
Well,
and
no,
let it-
sometimes it's critical.
Oh, like what?
Like I couldn't find the menu for the Chinese restaurant. That one blew my mind.
Maybe they know where I put Gretchen's med sheet when I fixed it today.
Oh, really?
I don't know. You have it?
Well, I had something I didn't understand. This one?
Probably. Yeah. Well, it looks like a mouse chewed it instead of the two puppies. Yeah. Now I can finish my report.
I see. Okay, well,
Critical.
I'm certainly glad I was
It's
helpful.
critical.
There you go. It's critical. We can finish.
Okay, hello. This is part of... Uh-oh, here we go again.
You're fine. Time for one more.
All right. Squeezing them in, huh?
Oh. T-shirt. Okay.
B&B up,
This is an application.
I like the magnifying glass.
It's wonderful. It's really, well, you know, I used it like this for a while, and finally somebody called me on the phone and said, why don't you put batteries in it?
There you go.
I didn't even know I had to.
Turn it around, it doubles as a makeup mirror.
No.
After you go blind.
No. Okay, so this is part of an application, so this has to go in here. And this goes in someplace else for Teresa to handle, or somebody else. It's paper. I don't do that. That's probably got to go in the far drawer. Okay, so that goes there, and that goes there. That's there, and this goes back around here somewhere. Okay, I'm ready. Mwah.
You do that, I'll do the board.
Okay.
Oh, Bud's gonna do the board. All right.
We have Barbara. We have Barbara heavy. Hovey. Except the thing is heavy.
Let's see who gets here first. All right, look out.
Probably you. Go ahead.
I don't want to cut
Be
your
my
hand
guest.
off. Oh my goodness, I don't think we even need this.
Look out for your fingers.
No, just a minute. Okay, now you can cut there.
Now I can?
Yep.
Look out.
Down.
I got it.
Only needed one thumb in.
I
right?
didn't do that! There's a shoebox.
Oh, it's shoes.
No,
Well, I don't know. Well, you got some more tape
you
to
got
cut
more
there.
tape to cut. More tape cutting.
I'm already looked at.
Beagle?
Not telling.
Here we go. Nice, neat, tidy. Look at that. Wow.
Oh, those are good.
Those are good. We have rejuvenated the shit picking stations around here so that they're supposed to be all organized now. And these will be greatly appreciated.
Indeed.
Right. Well, somebody the other day sent us 6 dozen of the very light washcloths. And those are tremendously handy. Because that's what you need for a puppy pee pickup instead of a towel. Because a puppy pee pickup can get picked up with just a washcloth. It saves the laundry. So
I say 3 times fast. Puppy pee picker upper.
yeah. Puppy pee picker. Upper. Okay. What did I do? What's this for?
Don't forget the upper part.
This one says thank you. Okay, I can read it. What a great way to start the new year, watching puppies. I've been a follower supporter since the day Scarlett went into labor with the starlets last March. I came to this site via scroll across ABC News app on my phone. I've been hooked ever since. Isn't that wonderful? What's that noise? We got mice in the...
It's Grace's phone.
Whatever happened?
It's the bird in my phone.
Okay. I've had the privilege of sharing yours and all of Crazy Acres' ups and downs since then. Truly been an honor to cut up all those poo pickers. And hubby helped and purchased a chicken brick every month in honor of each of my 3 children. Wonderful. Too bad she didn't have a dozen children.
She probably able to afford it.
Have to get them through college. She never could afford the
She
chicken
wouldn't
brick.
have any time either.
My husband's family can trace the roots back to Ipswich, Mass. Can you believe that? My in-laws once visited the area and discovered Hovey Lane. I've seen that. We think that we'd like to make a trip to your area in the spring and hope to tack on a few days of volunteering at the farm. I think I need to connect with Pam. I'll get it right then.
That's like puppy pee poo picker upper pupper upper.
When we are ready to do this, I will double check the links to find out the proper procedures. Basically, get a hold of Pam. If you're going to stay overnight, it's very critical. I am closing a check to be used as you see fit for the fund the volunteer dinner, more for meds for the dogs. You decide. I wish for the best to all of you at Crazy Acres in the new year. Thank you for allowing us into your home and sanctuary. Amazing. I hope as I continue to mature, I can be, oh, in my heavens, half the person I am. In size, that probably would be very wise. I'm entirely too
That's
heavy.
your shield.
Anyway, best wishes to you and yours and everyone at Crazy Acres for a happy and healthy new year. Barbara. Very nice. Thank you, Barbara. Put that on that.
Pokey puppy purple
Purple funky
puppy
pickle.
puppy pad picker
Okay,
uppers.
we'll put this on the floor. Is that what I'm doing? Heavy.
There you go.
It's like Mom, Pam, Paul.
What have we got here?
Ooh. It's a picture of somebody. It's a
What?
photo. It's framed something or other.
Oh. 3 pictures.
You have to get out my desk now.
Huh. Okay, we're getting there. Not there yet, though.
Take your time.
I'm working on it.
Layers.
Oh, George. Pictures of George getting his award.
Oh, cool.
Oh, isn't that right? Isn't that great?
Say,
Bella and George. Huh.
that's
Photo
nice.
by Paul. Must have been. Paul must have sent this.
Oh, nice. That's great.
I love that picture. Because it's got the, see, it's got a cup right behind her head.
Yeah. The award table, and
Yeah.
then he's walking perfectly with her.
Yeah, well, he
That's
was the
nice.
whole time.
Well, I know he did.
He was a good boy.
He was perfect.
Okay, this has to be from them. Haley.
Is there a note inside? Or?
Paul. No, over here it says, photo by Paul Taylor.
All right.
That's Paul, he's the father.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Jeff's Jack. John's Jack.
Isn't that nice? That's got to get hung up pretty good. Where are we going to hung it?
We decide we'll hung it.
Run out of wall space. Well, you put it up right up there and put the eye contact sign. Little piece of wall there, right there.
Yeah.
That would fit. Okay.
We wouldn't want to have a blank piece of wall.
No.
No, I know.
That's our religion.
I know. What do we got here?
A large, heavy box.
A large heavy box. Oh my. Okay. There's a lot of paper in it.
There's a lot of paper in it. Otherwise known as Bud Firestarter.
What is it? Do not cut. Oh no. What are we doing?
A lot of it.
A lot of paper. I need to really move now because I'm going to get like took a seat over here.
This side up, do not cut. Well, I'm sorry. How am I supposed to get in there if I don't cut a little bit? Just a little bit.
Another opener?
Oh, paper.
There you go.
I'm cutting very, very carefully.
Please. We don't want to have any more accidents.
No, we didn't have any.
Oh, it's, Bailey's. It's
That's a
shredded.
Bailey's treat. Bailey's treat type food. Little tiny cute things.
Some chicken soup.
Chicken soup.
Chicken soup. Puppies like the chicken soup.
You
You get it every morning.
careful.
Oh.
Okay. Who's it from?
It's from Chewy.
This happens all the time. Try the outside the container. Box.
Label.
Label.
Maybe
You want my magnifying glass?
Yes.
lights.
For this one, yes.
There you go.
Turn the lights on.
Push the button.
Wait.
Whoa.
No, it's the
Yeah.
other.
Looks awful.
Okay, I'm good. All right. It's from Chewy. There's no name on it.
You know what happens is sometimes people call me or email me and say, I'm sending you,
Yeah.
and they think I remember, and I don't. I just don't. They have stressed my memory.
It's from Chewbacca.
They may say it
Chewbacca.
Well,
No? Huh? Okay.
perhaps someone will call and let us know. Alrighty.
That's gotta go in the overflow room, I guess, for the
Yep.
moment.
For Bailey.
All right. I think he sometimes does the thing.
I'm trying to. Where that was from?
I don't know. Oh,
How do I find out?
you can search it out.
I really have to get away from the fireplace. I'm really cooking
Okay.
over there. I'm sorry, Olivia, go ahead.
Are you gonna do the questions?
It's very complicated about Social Security. I can't keep track of it. I can't keep track of it.
All right, are we ready?
Just as long as they keep sending checks.
Well, they cut me down.
Hey, down.
Yeah, I'm $26 less.
What the heck?
I don't know why, but I am. I think they probably upped the Medicare fee or something. You know, I don't know.
I don't know. Any news on Bailey's ears?
Bailey is not shaking her head, thank heaven. She put in a couple of really bad days, and I don't know why. We did swab her ear. Grace did a fine job of setting up the slides and sending them in, and they didn't have a chance to look at them while she was there, Megan was there, so they just sent home some generic sort of scratchy ear cure, which we poured into her ears and scratched it around, and she's been wonderful since.
So, when they shake their heads like that with their ears, does that mean there's an infection usually, or
Mites.
they maybe scratch
It's usually
it?
mites, things like mites.
Oh, okay.
but
My
she,
dog's doing it like crazy.
well,
lately.
she had chunks.
Oh, really?
Oh my! I have never seen an ear as bad as what she
Really?
had.
Wow.
And she had what I call elephant ears. Her ear had thickened. The ear, you know, whatever the flap
The tissue.
was thickened, horrible.
Really? Huh.
It was awful. And when she's lying like this, the downside ear was full of, looked like somebody spilled their coffee in there. I mean,
Oh,
it was
my God.
fluid.
Oh, poor
But the
baby.
up ear dried to these great monstrous chunks. So it was bad.
I'm glad that she's
So she's much better now.
cleared up. That's good. Good.
I haven't seen her shake her head at all today.
Rough play in number 10. Harl Puppy is now favoring right hind leg. I will go down and check that.
No, well, I saw it.
Oh, did you?
I
They
didn't-
are playing awfully rough down there.
Yeah, no. As of a few minutes ago, they were fine.
Okay,
Let's put it up on the set here so we can.
all right.
They're gone. They're not even there. Which means they probably are outside. Oh, there they are. They're sound asleep.
They're down below.
Huh? There they are.
All right, well, keep an eye on them then. If I need to, I'll go down.
Yeah, after that complaint about the fall and limping, I watched for a while and she seemed fine.
Let's see. They've started some discussion here that I need to follow. It was. Does anyone remember the children's TV show when Miss ? It was Romper Room with Miss Jean, and she would hold up the
Mirror.
and she would say, "I see so and so, and I see so and so," and the kids would all be at home going like this to her, and she couldn't see them. But anyway, it was Romper Room. That is correct. All right. All right. Yay, more chicken soup. What's that?
That was one of your favorite shows then?
No, I was a little old for that.
We didn't have a TV then.
And we liked it.
Dude, we didn't get one till
We had to walk 9 miles to watch TV in the snow,
Yeah.
and we liked it.
Uphill both ways. In Vermont.
Oh, speaking of Vermont,
Yeah.
I had a call. Watch out for the rear end here. I had a call from somebody who has some fundraising thing going on. Hello.
Oh.
In Vermont, and wants to sponsor a dog for a veteran
Oh.
in Vermont or New Hampshire.
Huh.
To what do we owe this?
I'm here to pick up Clark.
Oh, well, that's
Just
fun.
for a night, 2 nights.
Oh, good. You gonna go
Wow.
up to Pease?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah, tomorrow.
They loved him.
Oh, I know. He was a good boy.
He was a good boy.
Yeah.
He was a good boy. Make sure you have a lot of potato chips. No, poker chips.
Yeah, I need to grab some.
I put it-
Potato chips are good too.
We have thousands of them. We have thousands.
Are they back
Poker-
there?
They're in the holder.
Yeah.
But there's a big box of them here on the floor.
Yeah. Okay, I'll grab some.
Take a bunch.
We'll grab some potato chips too. They're snacks. You might need them. Clark likes them.
That was even
Yeah.
some water chips there. Lots of
Yeah.
Clark is getting Clark's a good dog.
He's an awesome dog.
Yeah, he's real good.
He's great. All right.
We're in the middle of.
Nail file?
Yeah. So zip it.
Okay.
No, I'll just watch.
What?
No, she's allowed to.
No, she is. She's a Saturday morning crew. She can.
See what somebody gave me? I think Paul gave me the.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Isn't that nice?
Isn't that great?
That's his grandfather.
That's a highlight of my career. You know, I've been fighting about that. You know, about training service dogs for a long time. I mean, I wanted to do that when I got out of high school.
So who took these pictures?
Paul, you know John.
Yeah, yeah.
On the back, Joyce, is the explanation.
Oh.
Who's Paul? I don't understand who Paul is.
Paul is the pilot. Paul's the pilot, father of John.
John the recipient.
Jessica.
Recipient.
Yes, okay.
That's
You know, a
really
pilot
nice. Those are good pictures.
takes things from this pile and he piles it over here.
Yeah, pilot here, pilot there.
Right.
Go ahead. I wouldn't want to interrupt you.
All right. You mentioned you're not sure whether the pups who've been sick are still shredding virus. How will you decide when they get reintegrated with their packs?
How will we decide?
Will
We'll
they
decide.
get some antiseptic bath?
No.
No. We will decide when George tells us it's okay to decide. And we have heard, we did have a
2 weeks after the
2
last
weeks,
symptoms.
2 weeks after the last symptom of the last puppy, which
Okay.
is about a week from now,
A week from Sunday.
a week from Sunday.
Very good. There we go. Can we please hold up the Bella and George pictures if possible?
Oh, sure. Here, she can do that. Oh, you can do that too?
Speak up.
Now you're up.
Oh!
Oh, come on.
I don't even know where to hold it. Is that good?
That's probably pretty good. Thank you.
I don't know, Joyce. I don't know. I'll get a little closer.
Yeah, you better hush it. It'll be up here.
Where's the picture? I mean, yeah.
Oh, I've got the wrong thing here.
Yeah, you know, put Joyce up in the camera so we can see what she's doing. You be careful, don't
There we go.
Yeah. Right, here you come. Here you go.
No, not that bad. Oh,
You got it.
All right, angle it in, get a little closer.
Some glare there too.
Where's the glare coming from? Tip it toward Grace.
Tip it,
Towards Grace?
tip it down just a tad.
Of course, it'll take a while before we see it, right? Where's it getting the light from?
Come on, Joyce, hurry up.
Oh, the light's in the other room.
Oh, there's good.
Okay, down just a speckle. Oh, there you go.
That's perfect.
There you go. Okay, you're relieved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joyce.
Oh, my heavens.
All right. All right, Blue Penguin, did you see the video from overnight Tuesday, Wednesday, I think came from in the condos that showed a mouse checking out the digs?
Oh, did.
Wants to know if it's Giselle's cousin.
I don't know.
I saw it.
You saw it?
I did. I saw one of her relatives come across the
One of her relatives?
Well, no, not one of Giselle's, but one of the little
Little relative.
little people.
Second cousin.
Second cousin, yeah.
Twice
Short
removed.
side of the family. Come across the floor of the guest house too.
All right. Is Audrey back in the general population? No.
Not
She's
quite.
still isolated. And now Mariah is in
Mariah's in heat.
as well. Yeah. She is. Yes, she is. And she's
Coffee.
cranky. What is the purpose of learning the yuppie puppy? It entertains us.
It entertains us, that's right. Well,
No.
the big thing that we talked about with Steve was learning to learn.
Mhm.
And I have spent probably 2 hours today standing on my head next to that damn thing.
I would have liked
With
to
my
have seen. I would
fingers
have paid to see
around
that.
I know. What I need is a picture to send to the guy who made that machine because it's in such shambles. And I have written to the company many times asking them, please somehow get me another one. Because this one is so far superior to the yuppie puppies they're now selling.
Yeah. They probably have something in there.
And this thing is falling apart. We welded it and glued it.
We did that special glue with the blue light.
Yeah.
It worked!
I mean, we were thrilled to get it working again because it's fun to do with the puppy. And I had my big excitement of the day was Seagram. I know his name. Ooh. Seagram
I'm impressed.
hit the thing once with his foot.
Her foot.
What?
Her foot.
Her foot.
Yeah.
Her foot. I got the name
I
right.
guess I don't know. I wouldn't know either unless I heard them say it. So I would have thought Seagram was a boy too. Whatever. All right. What do pups on overnights? What do pups do on overnights, and how do you decide which volunteers get to take the pups on overnights?
Oh, overnight.
Well-
not here. Away from here.
Yeah. It's
We don't know what they do.
yeah. They just do normal house
They keep it a secret.
No one
normal
tells
house
us.
Well, the
things.
whole purpose is to learn to live in a home environment.
Socialize, yeah.
Socialize.
Yeah, with people and
And
other
generally,
pets.
who takes them? Generally, purple shirts.
Yeah.
Right? That's a good criteria.
Okay, fine.
I believe. Oh, it's all right. I believe it. It's okay.
Wow, look at yours revoked.
No more sick puppies. I hope not. Not.
No,
at the
we've
moment.
had a couple squirts, but it's just normal squirts.
Gravel.
It's the ones eating stones, right? There are two
Here,
problems with.
Blake.
That's right.
On the floor. These guys? Oh, cadet is ridiculous.
There's two problems with dogs with poopy problems. Is when you can hear it, either with the business or the clank. Those are two distinct poop problems.
Especially when it's really cold and it freezes before it hits the ground. Right? All right. How do you decide who are your best puppies for breeding? What qualities do you look for?
It's just a gut feel. It is. It's just. some puppies are just put together.
Physical quality plus personality.
Yeah. Although I do think that all our puppies have great personalities.
Yeah.
I mean, we really don't have any with bad ones. But I do think that most personality problems are not genetic. People say, you don't want to breed that one, he's got a nasty personality. Poor bugger probably was kicked in the head when he was a puppy, you know? So I just, I don't put too much weight in the personality of a puppy. I think it's how they're handled.
What's for supper?
Coffee. What is for supper?
Actually, what's for super?
Okay, we are having some kind of beef stuff with vegetables on noodles.
I turned it on.
Ooh, that sounds good.
to warm
You
it up.
turn it on? Go
And I
good.
brought a pizza too. There's a pizza up there.
I got inspired because I had to go buy lamb for her at the Greek store.
Oh, I see. So Bailey gets the lamb now.
Yeah, Bailey got the lamb. And then the big debate.
Going from beef to lamb and chicken.
It's a high-class dog.
Now wait a minute. Now the recipe on this thing, my big debate, and I had to learn, was do I go for beef stew, which is a solid plunk of meat with very little marbling or anything, or do I go for the steak tips? Because we weren't going to cook it all day, because by then it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we were going to have to gin that up a little bit. So I went for the steak tips. So we will now see how that does, because it wasn't beef stew that I did.
Alright, whatever. Close enough. Steak is beef.
Well, I'm thinking it should be easier to chew than those solid chunks of, you know?
Has Hunter had his operation, and will Wendy come back for extra training to help Hunter's wheelchair usage?
I think he can pull a wheelchair now.
Is he good?
I think he's pulling a wheelchair.
Has he pulled one with it? I mean, Hunter was in a wheelchair, wasn't he, early on?
He is down again
Yeah.
or something.
But I
he's
don't
not.
believe his surgery is till towards the end of the month, if I'm correct. Regina says hi, Joyce.
Is that my friend Regina?
Yeah.
Regina
Renee.
Renee?
Regina who pays.
Regina
Regina who
Renee.
pays for dinner.
Spend her name. Regina Renee.
Regina Renee.
Why?
Because I think it's Renee.
Oh, okay. Okay, Regina Renee. Okay.
It's a southern thing.
It's hey.
That's right, like Mary Jo.
Regina Renee. Y'all,
Charlie
Regina
Bob.
Renee.
Dog.
All right.
Good dog, I think.
You know, we already did hold up the picture of George, but we will do it again in a few minutes.
Now that we know how.
Now that Joyce has had some practice.
I gotta go.
You're not going anywhere, stay right there.
Speaking of not going anywhere, it was wonderful the other day when when we had the power outage, the trucks came up the driveway and blocked it in. Everybody, they couldn't go home.
Oh, really?
Kept everybody here.
That's around all the time.
How long were you without power?
Oh my God.
Almost 3 hours.
3 hours?
Uh,
It got cold.
yeah, it was
It
cold.
was a cold day.
It was cold day, and then it held its heat pretty well, I thought, that building.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse.
I doubled up the puppies and then sat with Gretchen.
Yeah. It was not a good thing.
Darn.
It was enough to make me decide to get another instant on.
We don't have a space heater, we have a grace heater.
That's good, wasn't it?
I don't know. All right. Where did you get the magnifier with the light?
I came in the mail. And then she called me up. Whoever she was called me up and told me to put batteries in it. I can't remember the names of my dogs. I can't.
And then, is there still no specific cause for Neil's illness? Has anything been determined yet?
It has been determined. It was parvo. I wrote the whole story out to Natasha, everything I knew about it, and told her if she wanted to pass it around, go right ahead. I'm not typing it out again.
Okay.
There's really nothing. I just got the bill for $5,000. It was a mess, but we did everything on him that could be done.
Yeah, we could.
It was not a good thing.
Amazon and Walmart also have the light.
Oh,
It's not anti-glare glass, just saying. We will hold up the Bella and George picture again. Bud, has anyone ever told you that you resemble Tom Coughlin, ex-Giant coach?
No, they haven't.
Probably a good thing, he just got fired.
Quit.
No, I'm kidding, he quit.
Quit before you got fired.
I don't even know the gentleman, so.
He used to coach at BC.
Yeah, he was the BC coach for a long time. Let's see. We got a little behind here. There's the Bud Tom Coughlin lookalike. With the arrival of your new two-wheel cart yesterday, I was wondering if you have a bleach protocol for wheels, delivery carts, rolling chairs, wheels, and
No, we won't be rolling it into bleachy problem areas. I don't think we got it put together yet either, do we? They were busy putting the stoves together.
Both stoves look alike.
Huh? Both
Both
stoves?
stoves look alike.
Could be. They're both coal and wood.
Yeah, that was, I first saw that one.
that's a nice stove, yeah.
Yeah. That was a present from
Yeah, that was
Dogfest.
nice.
Oh,
Happy New Year, AJ. Happy New Year, everybody. Oh, I forgot to bring the New Year's hats in again. Well, we'll have to wait till next year. I'll keep them in the car. No, you know what'll happen? I'll keep them in the car till like December 20th next year. And then I'll clean out my car, and then I won't be able to find them. So anyway.
yeah, sounds familiar.
All right. Thank you, Caroline, for answering the Uppy Puppy. By the way, I'm building a plywood Snoopy, just so you know.
I have a new technique with this yuppie. I take one piece of the whatever it is that's coming out of it, and I hold it up right by the end of that bone. And when they start to come toward it, I flick the bone, and it comes out. They go down and eat it. And very quickly they learn, I can take my hand away, and they learn to put their nose up to the end of the bone. I haven't got anybody pushing down on it yet. But the black friend over there got annoyed with the fact nothing came out fast enough and went, boom!
Well, there you go.
That's a good thing.
They should just come over and watch Riot when she's over there. They'll learn from her. She's good at
Yep.
She's good at it.
She noses it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bailey puts her foot up. Either foot.
Bentley waxed it, yeah.
Back, right.
Grace from Oregon wants to know, can you please explain the poker chips? And it looks like someone has answered it. Yeah.
There's really not any
It's
explaining to do except that Mark has the ability to make them. And the first time he gave them to us, he said he had a whole bunch of extra odd ones that he wasn't going to be using for anything else. And I said, well, why don't we put our name on them? And we decided that was a good idea. So we use them as business cards because they go in people's pockets, and my guess is they keep them. And you'd hardly ever keep a business card.
Yeah.
But these things kind of, it's a toy they carry around.
I did those keychains I gave out as gifts to,
Oh, really?
some of the kids of people that work at the school, and they loved them. They thought they were awesome. They loved them. Hi, Sharon from Block Island. Okay. Regina says we should have a weekly contest for CPs to pay for dinner.
What they should do is order it for us too.
Well, we should
No?
what we should do is we should tell them what we're going to have for dinner, and then say, like they do on the radio, okay, the 10th caller. All right.
I don't know.
How is Kiara doing these days?
Kiara's doing great.
Yeah, Shannon said.
47.
Yeah, she said. Shannon 47.
Yeah.
Okay. She said she was doing really well. All right, we're getting up here. Don't move, Grace. Any volunteers you see as possibly working in puppy training or anyone else work well with pups? It's pretty much the trainers with the puppies, right?
Yeah, I am watching you.
But first you have to master the yuppie puppy.
No, they've been working. Katie been working in the back room, but I think I like you working in here better, because I can still watch you on this. I can spin the camera and keep my eye on what you're doing, and yell better. I don't have to get up to move to go out.
Want me to bring in your bullhorn?
No, I'm capable.
Okay. You can reach the other room there? Okay. Alright. Alright, picture. Did Dr. George anything about, we already answered that question before, about letting the other pups out. When he says, but it looks like about a week from Sunday, is the latest word we got. Is there a volunteer Bella, because you mentioned a Bella who is not a Bella in George and I was confused? Yes. We have a high school. Yes.
We have a high school Bella.
High school girl named Bella, and she's great. Yeah, she's great.
Huh.
She's great. Rotor Header from Oregon. Hold your cards. I think we have a bingo. I just won the Powerball for next Saturday. And as a kind and neighborly gesture, I will give every CP a round-trip first-class airfare for Puppy Fest next summer and a king-size room accommodations. But wait, if you contact me in the next 5 minutes, the first 50 callers will get 2 for the price of 1. Flyers 007 at fooling.org. That's great. We need our own, Toria says we need our own butler/concierge service.
Our butler went to Argentina.
Disco from New York says, by the way, honey bellies are late ripening due to the Florida weather.
Oh, that's right. They're supposed to come out in January, aren't they?
Ha! It's very nice to have Steve sitting where he is. We can hear the questions instead of just the answers. Well. Well.
Okay.
All right.
Is that it?
Is that it?
Going.
Going once.
And a 1, and a 2. And thank you, boys and girls. Good night. And we will say hi to Sissy and Bobby for you.
And we hope the meal is eaten.
What's for dessert? Real quick. Something with whipped cream.
Bananas and whipped cream.
Oh.
We got bananas over there.
Bananas and whipped cream. There we go. Healthy. Wow.
How about that?
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you again.